Hello and welcome back with another Power Pack session. Now, this is session 4 today, the Harmonizer. And today's speaker, she's a gold medalist in both BSc and MSc in Food and Nutrition, and the founder of NutriDose by Sakina. She specializes in PCOS, women's health, weight, and lifestyle management, and has worked with uh, leading hospitals and health platforms. So please welcome dietitian Sakina Jainwala.
Thank you, Khatija, for the warm welcome. And good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great day. And we are here today to talk about your 2026 diet plan. That is a simple, practical, and realistic way to balance your hormones so that your body finally starts working with you and not against you.
And
So,
along with that, I would like to mention she's the youngest speaker on the dice, and she is my batchmate as well.
yeah,
So before we, go ahead with the actual discussion and what you have for us, planned for us, what do you think about, PCOS? It's often misunderstood. Like, what do you think are the real drivers behind the symptoms of PCOS? Like, what really causes the symptoms to come up with?
So PCOS is a broad term. It's a complex condition, basically syndrome, where your hormones levels are disturbed, your lifestyle and basically your diet patterns impacts a lot. So it's not just one thing that you can manage with your medicines and everything. In PCOS, you have to also work with your diet and lifestyle part. That your disturbed hormones are basically your testosterone levels are higher side, and also your insulin resistance is seen in PCOS. So basically we need to work to manage insulin in your body through right diet and lifestyle changes.
So, given what you've just mentioned, can you share with us one success story that shows the power of consistent lifestyle changes that helps someone with hormonal imbalance or hormonal changes, or something that you have gone through in your practice, or some individual whose journey is something fascinating which people can be inspired by?
Sure. So I have my most of the clients are basically dealing with hormonal imbalances. They are trying to conceive. So in my client history, I found one client correct. So basically, we have to manage the meal timings correctly, have small, frequent meals, regular meals, include protein in each meal. So this will beneficial for your hormones because hormones are made up of amino acids. They are protein. So if we lack protein, your hormonal cycles are disturbed. So make sure you're including good amount of protein in each and every meal, and also regular meals, not skipping any of your meals. Breakfast is also an important meal. Start your breakfast with a protein rich breakfast. So these all things helps, and consistency is the key. You have to take one habit and follow it for a longer period of time to see the result. You can't just see the result in just 1 month or 2 months. It's a consistency, it's a period of time. You need to be patient about it, and you have to do consistently follow a good and healthy routine. So definitely you will see a healthier, and you can able to see major changes in your life.
So, with that, we begin, and we will be emphasizing on breakfast that messes with your hormones because that's the theme of the session. And let's begin with the session, the hormone harmonizer. I will share your presentation. I think it's visible.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Okay,
over to you.
everyone. Thank you. So before we start with the session, I'll let me introduce myself. I'm dietitian Sakina Ujjainwala, a hormonal expert and especially in PCOS. And before we begin with the session, I want to understand you and your real concern. Can we move to the new slide? Yeah. So I will ask you few questions, and if you relate with this, you just need to type yes in the comment section. Okay. So, how many of you feel tired even after getting 6 to 7 hours of sleep, proper enough sleep? You still feel tired and sleepy. throughout the day? Just type yes in the comment section. How many of you get intense cravings that are hard to resist? You end up eating that thing. Do you experience mood swings before or during your period? Anyone dealing with painful periods or hair thinning or weight issues like sudden or weight gain or weight loss issue? Just type yes in the comment section. So, if this is happening in your body, the body is giving you a signal that something is wrong. And so now the question is, what is controlling all of this? Your energy, your mood, your period, metabolism, and your weight. Any guesses? Yes, it's your hormone. They may be tiny, but they control major functions in your body. Next slide, please. So, what are hormones? Hormones are basically chemical messengers. They basically controls your body, your mood, your energy, and everything. They are tiny chemical messengers. They travel through your bloodstream and control almost everything, and also your life too. So, let us understand few key hormones that are involved in this: estrogen and progesterone. So estrogen and progesterone are basically hormones that regulate your menstrual cycle. If your cycles are regular, means that your progesterone and estrogen levels are in balance. If they fluctuate, you can see irregular cycle, mood swings, and also it can lead to acne issues. Also cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. Basically, when you feel stress, your cortisol level rises in your body. Insulin is an another hormone. It basically manages your blood sugar levels. So if insulin levels are disturbed, it leads to craving and weight issues in the body. Testosterone is basically a male hormone that is also present in women in lesser amount. So it basically helps in build muscle mass, boost energy and confidence. But what happens in PCOS? This male hormone testosterone levels rises, and this leads to acne, facial hair, and missed ovulation. Next slide, please. So, as you have understood what are hormones, let's talk about how body communicates when these things are not in the normal ratio. If the hormones are not at the right level, we feel low in energy, mood swings, irritation, irregular periods due to estrogen and progesterone fluctuation in the body, weight changes, sudden weight gain or weight loss can be seen due to thyroid issues, hair thinning or hair fall. This can be seen due to high androgen levels in the body, that is testosterone, or thyroid issues, or certain micronutrient deficiencies. So remember, the body is trying to give you signals. You have to listen to your body and work on it. Next slide. So is food and hormone connected? Yes. Whatever your food choices you are making, it's directly linked to your hormones. So let's take an example. If you have wake up tired and late in the morning and you skip your breakfast and you directly rush to the work, you have not taken your breakfast. And breakfast doesn't mean only tea and coffee. If you are taking tea and coffee and then you move to your work, that is not your breakfast. So what happens at the time you reach your office, your blood sugar levels has fallen down and you crave for something quick option. Your body is starving at that moment of time. So you end up eating something junk food like samosa hai ya vada pav. Anything quick option you grab and take it. At that time, what happens? Your blood sugar level rises. By the time you reach, your blood sugar level rises, and this leads to insulin spike in the body. Because to manage your blood sugar level, insulin is released, and there is an excess of insulin to manage your blood sugar rush. And what happens? There is a hormonal chaos due to high insulin levels in the body. This high insulin disturbs your other hormones, worsening the symptoms like acne issues or pimples or uh, problems like PCOS. Thyroid issues. So this is basically due to not having your proper breakfast in the morning, skipping your meals, and there is a rise in insulin level that disturbs your other hormones. Next slide, please. So what happens? The root cause of the hormonal chaos is, as I discussed, it's basically your daily dietary choices and lifestyle factors. That daily dietary choices means skipping your meals, not having meals on time, having highly processed or sugary food items that leads to insulin spike in the body, and insufficient nutrient gaps like low vitamin D due to excess of screen time and reduced sun exposure. This leads to lower vitamin D level. Some certain important nutrients like zinc, magnesium, protein. If your diet lack in protein, this can disturb your hormones. Also, chronic stress and gut inflammation. This can also impact your hormones levels in the body. Next slide, please. So let us understand what is PCOD versus PCOS. There is a difference. You can see in the image that in the normal or ovary, every month there is a healthy mature egg is released in the during the ovulation period. Whereas in PCOD, what happens? The ovaries produce excess immature eggs. So this leads to this is seen as a small cyst on the ultrasound, and the condition is milder, and it is more common due to the lifestyle and improper lifestyle and dietary habits. We see cyst formation in the ovaries, and this can be reversible with correct dietary and lifestyle changes, and the symptoms are not so much severe. But what happens in PCOS is a more broader condition where your endocrine and metabolic disorders is seen. It's a more severe condition, and it requires a continuous management of your dietary and lifestyle habits. The risk of infertility is higher in PCOS. So it can be due to genetics. If it is in family history, your risk is higher. Also, environmental pollutants like chemicals and plastic can disturb your hormones. Diet and lifestyles play a key role over here. So, irregular eating patterns, chronic stress, poor sleep patterns, and sedentary lifestyle can worsen your insulin resistance. So, if there is insulin resistance, it can disturb your hormonal cycle. Uh, Thyroid is basically a small butterfly-like gland present over your neck area, and the functions are basically energy production, metabolism, body maintenance of body temperature, growth, and development. So the key nutrients involved in thyroid gland are basically iodine. So now the government has taken the initiative that the iodine is present in iodized salt. In salt, government has added iodine, but nowadays, what we are doing, we are using only pink salt. We have replaced our iodized salt, and this has led to other health problems. Even if the iodine levels are less, selenium is one of the important nutrient that helps in thyroid activation. So selenium is an antioxidant that is present in Brazil nuts, sunflower seeds. So include iodine rich foods, selenium, iron, vitamin D, zinc, and protein for the normal functioning of the thyroid gland. So what causes thyroid is basically it most common is the autoimmune thyroid condition, that is Hashimoto thyroiditis. So in that your immune system attacks the thyroid gland, reducing the hormone production. It is also due to genetic. If the family history, there is a family history, there is increased risk of thyroid issues. Also, diet and lifestyle, as I discussed, low nutrient levels of these nutrients. It can also cause thyroid dysfunction. And environmental triggers like plastic, chemicals, smoking, and heavy metals can disturb your endocrine function. PMS is another health issues we can see commonly in most of the young girls. So this is because of low nutrients in magnesium, vitamin B6, omega 3, and calcium and vitamin D levels. So if there is low nutrients, this can cause PMS issues like intense mood swings, irritability, painful cramps, and bloating. and also hormonal acne breakouts. So this is due to the hormonal fluctuations in progesterone and estrogen levels, high stress, poor sleep and poor diet, and low nutrient levels. So now let us discuss about each nutrient that will be helpful to manage your hormones level. So first of all, the most important are fats. We consider that fats are bad, but that is not true. Fats are important for your normal hormonal function, but we need to consider about what fats we are including. It should be healthy fats that are omega-3 rich foods. So it is found in salmon, sardine, fatty fish. It is also present in flax seeds and chia seeds. So you can take chia seed water or add flax seeds to your normal diet. Like you can add flaxseed powder to your normal chapatis, or curd. In that you can add flaxseed powder. Also, walnuts are good source of omega-3. So have a handful of nuts, soaked nuts in the morning, first thing in the morning. It helps to reduce the inflammation in the body. It is antioxidant. It helps to improve your brain function. Also, omega 6, it should be in the balance with omega 3. So, it is present in your vegetable oil, nuts, and seeds. And also, the kind of oil that we are using impacts a lot to your hormonal balance. So, make sure you're using healthy cooking oil that are mufa based oil, that is cold pressed mustard oil or groundnut oil you can use, or sesame oil you can use for cooking. Ghee and coconut oil can also be used in moderation, and also used flaxseed oil or olive oil for salad dressing. You can use this kind of oil for your normal cooking, but avoid refined oils or oils, trans fat oil, that is butter, or any processed food item, or repeated oils that is found in the outside food junk items like samosa, vada pav. They used repeated oils. So this basically worsens your hormonal imbalances, because due to the antioxidant, it is anti inflammation. It causes inflammation in the body and causes hormonal imbalances. Next slide, please. The smart carb choices. So basically, we need to also make not cut down the carbs completely, because it is the main source of energy. So try to include healthy carbs option like fruits and vegetables. These are the carb sources with good amount of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. So you can include pomegranate, apple, pear, guava, citrus fruits that will, and also vegetables like vegetables like leafy greens. You can include sweet potatoes, bell peppers, or gourd vegetables that you can include in your daily diet. So these are low in calories and high in vitamins and minerals. Also, whole grain cereals like millets you can include in your daily diet, like ragi roti or jawar or bajra. You can swap to this millet based roti, or also include quinoa. Quinoa is good amount. Quinoa includes good amount of protein. So include quinoa, oats, and millet as a good options for your whole grain cereal. So these are the good carb sources that you can include in your daily diet. Next slide. Protein. Now we all focuses on protein, that protein should be present in every meal. But what are the good sources of protein? So protein is basically present in all non-veg sources like eggs, fish, chicken, dairy sources like buttermilk. You can include curd. You can include paneer here. Other than that, lentils, if you are included, make sure you are using it in the combination form. Lentils along with cereal combination to get complete source of amino acids. So it includes lentils, chickpeas, quinoa, nuts and seeds. You can include as a mid meals option like almonds have, walnuts have. This you can include as a mid meal option. So this basically helps to stabilize your blood sugar levels. It improves your insulin sensitivity. It helps in of hormone production. As I told you, hormones are basically made from protein, amino acids. So we require good amount of protein in your diet. It also helps in fat loss and muscle development. So aim for at least 15 to 20 grams of protein in every meal. Next. Other than that, there are important micronutrients that we need to consider. That is iron. Iron. Most of the Indian women have low iron-rich diet. So include iron-rich foods like garden cress seeds. You can soak halim seed overnight. You can soak it overnight and have it 1 teaspoon in the morning. सोक हलीम सीड्स है या फिर ग्रीन लीफी वेजिटेबल इंक्लूड मेथी पालक amaranth vegetables in your daily diet. Also include lentils and uh, make sure if you are using including iron rich food make club it with vitamin C rich foods like vitamin C में हो गया lemon है if you are making a dal, so add squeeze lemon to your dal or एड आंवला टू योर डेली डाइट सिट्रस फ्रूट्स हो गया गुआवा है स्ट्रॉबेरीज है कीवी है बेल पेपर these are some vitamin C rich foods that needs to be taken with your iron rich food. And also make sure if you are including iron, don't take it along with your tea and coffee because tea and coffee contains tannin which blocks your iron absorption. So always keep a gap of 30 to 45 minutes between your meal timing and your tea intake. There should be a gap for better iron absorption. Also, another nutrient is calcium and vitamin D. So, calcium and vitamin D helps in nerve signaling, bone health, and hormone production. So, you can include ragi in your daily diet. Ragi की खीर हो गई या फिर ragi roti hai. So you can include ragi, curd, sesame seeds, leafy greens. These are good sources of calcium. And for vitamin D, make sure you are having 10, at least 10 minutes of sun exposure daily. It basically in most of my clients, when I see their reports, their vitamin D levels are low, and this also make hormonal imbalance in our body. So make sure your vitamin D levels are enough and your calcium intake is from your daily diet. Zinc is another nutrient that helps in skin, good skin, hair, and wound healing, and also in thyroid function. So it is basically present in all kind of nuts and seeds. Vitamin B6 is present in chickpeas that helps in PMS relief and mood regulation. And selenium, as I discussed, it is very much important in thyroid function. So make sure you're including Brazil nuts, sunflower seeds, or eggs in your daily diet. Hydration is very much important. We should hydrate our body first thing in the morning. Make sure you're starting your day with 1 glass of water, not any kind of food or any tea or coffee. Firstly, we have to hydrate our body because the hydration helps in proper digestion, absorption, nutrient transportation. The body absorbs nutrient in the body through proper hydration. So aim for 2.5 to 3 liters of water daily, and also make sure you're including hydrating foods like uh, cucumber है या फिर for berries, leafy greens. You can also include herbal teas in your diet. For PCOS, it is good to include spearmint tea, tulsi tea. You can include as a mid-meal option after your lunch or after your breakfast. After 30 to 40 minutes of your breakfast, you can have herbal teas. It will help you to balance your hormones and reduce your stress level, cortisol hormones in your body. Also, limit certain food items as I discussed, sugary drinks or fruit juices. If we think that fruit juices are healthier options, so we take apple juice or banana juice, but avoid those fruit juices. You can have it whole fruit because it's rich in fiber and it helps to improve your gut health. So take vegetable or fruit, whole fruit, and instead of also avoid excessive tea and coffee intake because it can be dehydrating and it overstimulates your adrenal glands. Next. So gut plays an important role here that whatever you feed, your microorganisms are present in your large intestine. So whatever you are eating, it depends on it. So beneficial by fiber, you need to include good amount of fiber in each meal. Make sure you are including a good amount of fibers like vegetable sorted forms of vegetables हो गया या फिर fermented vegetables हो गया. So you need to include those things in your diet and also probiotic rich foods like curds hai, buttermilk hai. You have to include kefir, kimchi. You can include those things that will help you to improve your gut health and ultimately balances your hormones. Sleep cycle. Sleep is very much important for our daily balance, because if you are getting good amount of enough sleep through 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body and brain can function very well in the next morning. It gets good amount of time to repair, restore, and function well in the morning. It all make a consistent routine. Basically, a proper sleep, same bedtime and wake up time can help you to maintain a sleep routine. Certain foods also help in a good quality sleep, like oats hai. Magnesium rich foods will help you to get good quality sleep. Magnesium rich foods में you can include nuts, cashews है, या फिर pumpkin seeds हो गया. You can include those foods in your diet. Also, make sure you are avoiding mobile phones and gadgets before 2 hours before your bedtime, because this increases your cortisol levels in your body that should be lower at the night time. And and we have to focus on the melatonin hormone. This is a sleep hormone. Also, when you are stressed, your body makes extra cortisol. As I discussed with you, that cortisol is basically a stress hormone. If the cortisol levels are high, it can disturb your hormones, and it can lead to further hormonal problems. So make sure that you are sleeping at night with a calm mind, peaceful mind. I always ask my clients to do a deep breathing or 5 minutes of breathing exercise before sleeping at night, and also talk with your friends or family or any family members to discuss and about your daily whatever has happened in your day, so it relaxes your mind before sleeping. Also, you can do journaling. I provide journals to my clients so that they can journal, they can write out their feelings, and they can reduce your stress levels, because stress, if the stress levels are high, cortisol will be higher side and it will disturb your hormones. So find anything, whatever you feel that is helpful for you. It can be any kind of music therapy or art therapy or talking to someone or having a walk in the nature. Whatever whatever you feel is best for you, do that thing to reduce your stress level. Another thing is exercise. So basically, we discussed that insulin is important hormone that basically manages your blood sugar levels, and it is mostly seen disturbed in PCOS. So make sure you are including good amount of exercise, 30 minutes of exercise daily. Start with 10 to 15 minutes from the first day, so that you can reach to at least 30 minutes of daily exercise. It can be aerobic exercise like वॉकिंग है, स्विमिंग है, साइकिलिंग हो गया. एटलीस्ट 30 to 60 minutes of daily exercise, aerobic strength training exercise like push-ups है या फिर weight training है. You can include those exercise in your daily routine. Also, post meal walk. This is very much helpful in the client. You have to have 10 to 15 minutes of walk after your meals. After your meals, try to have a walk, go for a walk for 10 to 15 minutes. It balances your blood sugar level, so there is no rapid spike in blood sugar levels after your meals. Also, yogas and pilates, these are very much helpful to reduce your stress level and maintain your hormones. So reduce your screen time and move your body more. This will help you to reduce your stress hormones and insulin in the body. So the other herbs and spices also help along with a balanced diet and lifestyle routine. You can include turmeric and black pepper powder. It reduces inflammation in the body, as I discussed. It is anti-inflammatory, and inflammation is very much high in the body when there is a hormonal disturbance. So include turmeric along with black pepper powder. You can add it in your normal 1 glass of milk, or you can take it in water as well at night time. Cinnamon water, you can include methi water as cinnamon water. This is helps to reduce your blood sugar levels and also improves your insulin sensitivity. So it is very much helpful in PCOS women. Also, ginger water if you are having painful cramps or bloating. So in that time, you can have ginger tea. Ginger tea basically helps in reducing your bloating symptoms and reduces your period pain. Coriander seeds it also improves your digestion, so you can have it boosts your metabolism. So you can have coriander water in the morning in thyroid problem. Also seed cycling, as we have heard about it a lot. So seed cycling is basically a period of eating seeds where from for day 1 to day 14 of your period of the period cycle. Once you have got your period, from day 1 to day 14 you are including 1 tablespoon of flax seeds and 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, roasted form, ground form. You have to add it in your smoothies. You can add it, or you can make dates laddu out of it. So include this seed cycling in your to manage your hormones. From day 1 to day 14, you can include flax seeds and pumpkin seeds. And after day 14, after the ovulation period, you can include sesame and sunflower seeds from day 15 to once you get your period. Also certain things that you need to avoid in your and avoid or limit in your diet and lifestyle routine is basically too much of sugar. Sugar basically increases inflammation in the body, so make sure you are avoiding sugary rich foods or drinks in your daily diet. Also don't start your morning with a high amount of sugary drinks like tea or coffee. Have a proper nuts and seeds that are anti-inflammatory. Also include certain amount of protein in your diet. That is, you can either include porridges, oats porridges you can take, or you can take moong dal or besan chila or soy. But avoid nitrogen rich foods in thyroid. Basically soya hai या raw prosperous vegetables जैसे कि broccoli, cauliflower. You need to avoid certain raw foods and soya in thyroid condition. Also processed food, certain packaged food items that are including much of artificial sweeteners and everything, you need to be considered and you need to avoid in a hormonal disturbance. Also include also avoid plastic completely. Use glass or stainless steel water bottles along with you, and avoid plastic. So the your 2026 Hormone Happy Action Plan includes this checklist of eat colorful whole fruits and vegetables, include healthy fats as discussed, 2 to 3 liters of water daily in your diet, hydration first thing in the morning, hydrate well, 8 to 10K steps or move your body. Don't sit, don't have a sedentary lifestyle. It increases insulin resistance in your body. Move your body, take a good amount of 8 to 10K steps, and do exercise. Also 20 minutes of workout daily, and sleep by 11 p.m. Don't wake up till late night. It increases your cortisol level in the body. So sleep before 11 p.m. and limit your sugar intake. 10 minutes of sunlight daily for your vitamin D levels, and find activities reduce your stress level. Find activities that helps you to reduce your stress and makes you calm. Be patient with yourself. Small changes, take one habit at a time and be consistently follow that habit. Over time you will see a good result. Yeah, thank you everyone.
That was a power packed session. And I think throughout the session, if you can just write down all the food items, you literally have a diet plan right ahead in front of you. So before I will try to wrap up faster, we are a little bit ahead of, like a little bit delayed in our timing. But when we talk about food, the few things that I want to mention is we spoke about, cortisol. Since morning, we have spoken about metabolism, about gut health. Now we are on our hormones. So we have spoken about how high cortisol plus low sugar will make you hungry, which is basically angry plus hungry. And that's going to give you
Yeah.
that anxious morning and that, peak in cortisol plus the peak from your morning drinks. So, building a perfect hormone friendly breakfast. We have already gone through it. Sakina has in depth explained what are the good options that has to be consumed when it comes to breakfast. So, a recent study found that women consuming greater than or equal to 25 grams of protein at breakfast had 30% fewer cortisol spikes and improved insulin sensitivity compared to low protein eaters. So basically, just including better quantity of protein in your breakfast can make a big change in your
Yeah, definitely.
insulin levels, and along with that, PCOS. Would you like to add to that?
Yeah, we need to. Most of the Indian diet lack in protein. They are either taking a sabzi roti or any kind of outside food item. So there is no protein in their meal. So we need to focus that protein should be adequate in each and every meal. You need to check whenever you see your plate. Just see that what is the protein source in my plate. So this will help you a lot.
And most of the time, that protein source is not there only in the plate. And
Yeah,
along with that, common morning habits that actually disrupt your hormones. Since we are talking about mornings, first of all, skipping your breakfast. Now, obviously, okay, you're going for fasting or going for intermittent fasting, unless you are doing it in a proper guided manner. Skipping breakfast simply will cause issues with your hormones. Sugary drinks or bakery items will cause issues. Multiple coffees before food will cause, again, problems. And no sunlight exposure. That is also like vitamin D deficit
vitamin
nation
D
we are
deficiency.
becoming. Yeah.
This is very much common in the client.
Yeah. And I think now anyone who goes to check their vitamin D levels, almost I think I can say maybe 60 to 80% of the population is deficit in vitamin D. So
Definitely.
we
We
have
need
to
to
take
check
care of
our
that.
vitamin D levels.
Yeah, so this is just a easy breakfast option now. There is Greek yogurt, which is a protein source. There's fats from flax seeds, pumpkin seeds. There is some fiber and carbs from oats and banana. And then there is some source of blood sugar balancing spice. And then we have a little bit of minerals and vitamin C from the lemon. So having making sure that your breakfast plate has all the nutrients is what is important. Along with that, avoiding all the plastic based containers that Sakina already mentioned. So, because of all the BPAs that come in, and avoid artificial sweeteners, avoid seed oils, and prefer to have packaged food product which has lesser number of ingredients. So, lesser than 5 ingredients,
Mm.
or even uh, just check the list. If you're able to read all the ingredients and understand what is there in the product, then maybe you should have it. Otherwise, avoid. And some alternative smoothies that can be had. Now, there is this debate that goes on, should we have smoothies or should we not have smoothies? What's your take on that?
We can have smoothies in the morning. It's a power packed, nutrient dense meal. And as we are more of a busy lifestyle, we are having busy lifestyle. So smoothies are our go to option. So instead of avoiding breakfast and not having anything, smoothies, chilas, these are something quick option that you can go. And in
Yeah.
smoothies, make sure you are including a good amount of nuts and seeds like pumpkin seeds there, chia seeds you can include. And also for milk, you can also opt for oat milk or almond milk instead of dairy.
Yep. And there are some smoothie options given here. Now, all of these have some source of protein, some source of minerals, and some source of fats. So this is something you can go through due to the, and we have something really interesting now. So I found this poster online. Now this was how to make your perfect smoothie. Now this is made by someone in the US, some brand. So all the ingredients, the list, and all of that is given based on the US standards. So what I have done is I have made a list of ingredients that you can use to make your own protein blend, but the Indian version. So what can be included in that is 1 to 1.5 cups of liquid. Now that liquid can be milk, definitely, but you can add green tea, you can add water, you can add coconut milk, almond milk, buttermilk, many options. See, when you talk about smoothies, remember two things. Never strain them, that is one, and never have it without any protein or fat source. Because if you're having grinded fruits with milk and calling it a smoothie, then you're just simply adding to your insulin spikes. So,
Definitely.
remembering those things, you can add fiber binders like all the seeds and oats and sabza and all of these things. Then protein, you have a loads. You get a long list from the online database that we have. And then frozen fruit. You can use even papayas, even mangoes, many options are available. And you can add
And
some fresh fruit as well.
seasonal you can use seasonal fruits. You can include that.
Yeah, even veggies can be added. And something to, give that freshness, banana, avocado, and that smooth texture. And then healthy fats, ghee, coconut oil, sesame oil, and all the nuts and seeds that can be also added. Then sweetener, whatever, it's optional. You have added fruits, you really don't need a sweetener. But if you really, really need, then maybe you can choose something. And then we have flavor enhancers, basically all our spices. And then we have some Ayurvedic spices as well, like ashwagandha, shatavari, and all of those. So that
You
is
can
all about it
also
and why.
include cinnamon. Cinnamon is
Yes,
also
yes.
helps in to reduce insulin spike. So you can add cinnamon to your smoothie.
Okay. Yep. So at the end of the presentation, I would like to highlight why these drinks work, why they help you better manage your symptoms, because they encourage blood sugar stability and less fatigue and irritability. That's the most important thing. If your mood is good, your day is good, and then all your work is done well and you end your day well. So it supports your hormone detox pathways. Then it supports or improves thyroid conversion, T4 to T3, which is the more active form of thyroid, and balances your mood, appetite, and menstrual regularity naturally. So with that, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much, Sakira. We'll address the questions I will ask. Mm, Any views on seed cycling? I think you have mentioned that already in your presentation.
Yeah, seed cycling works best only if you are having a proper diet and lifestyle. Just following a seed cycling, it's not a miracle that will help you.
Yes. Next question is what all infused drinks are good for our reproductive system point?
So basically, we are working on to reduce the inflammation in your body as well as. So you can include anti-inflammatory foods like methi seeds, as I discussed, methi, cinnamon. This will help you to reduce the inflammation and helps to balance your hormones naturally.
Yeah. And we have given plenty of drink options throughout the session. And then there is hormonal imbalances cause weight gain. I think this is not a question but a statement. But yes, that is true. Then which oil to choose for frying?
So for frying, as I discussed, we can use muca based oil like mustard oil hai, ya groundnut oil or coconut oil you can use for frying. But everything in moderation is considered.
Okay. I think for frying, you cannot use mustard and all of these oils because they're very like their boiling point is kind of lower. So it's
You can
better to
use
avoid
coconut
fried
oil.
foods. Yeah, yeah. So it's better to avoid fried foods and just have
Yeah,
air fried foods. That is a
it's
better option
better to
these days.
avoid fried. We don't consider fried foods in the diet.
Yeah. Now does rice and chapati cover up with the protein in the meal? Hmm.
No, these are the cereal sources, though it's basically not so much rich in protein. Protein sources, as I mentioned in the 50, you can include dal. The portion of the dal should be more compared to rice. Also, a complete source of protein is animal sources you can include if you are non-vegetarian, or you can include buttermilk, curd, it can you Greek yogurt you can add in your diet. Also, nuts and seeds are good sources of protein. You can include as a mid meal option.
And the last question is a little from the Ayurvedic end. Shatavari can be had at any age.
Shatavari, you can take it in the night time. If there is any hormonal imbalances, studies has found that it is helpful to balance your hormones.
Okay. We are done with the questions with that. Thank you so much for everyone for your questions, and thank you so much, Sakina, for your time and this
And
power pack session. And I think
thank you,
this would be
Khadija, for
one of the
inviting.
session we would have to, replay and watch through everything in detail to uh, get all that knowledge back in our brains.
Yeah.
Thank you so
The
much.
topic was very much high, so I had
Yeah,
to cover it in a short period of time.
yes. So
Thank you
let's
so
end
much.
with that. Thank you so much. You all can stay back and join session 5, the last one for the day. And let's end the session.